In today's video, Ashlyn Vanhorn conceals her ad disclosure on Instagram. Was it intentional, and is she breaking the law? That story coming up now. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. If you're a return subscriber, I sure do appreciate your continued support. If you're new here and you enjoy these types of videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Everyone give this video a big thumbs up, click on that notification bell and select it to all. That way you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Before we get started, and as always, I do need to remind you all that I am a drama commentary channel. I have opinions and I speak them freely. Opinions are not facts, they never have been facts, and they never will be facts. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's dive in. Before I dive into the drama surrounding Ashlyn Vanhorn, I'd like to quickly go over who she is for those of you who aren't familiar with her. Ashlyn is a micro-influencer who has a YouTube channel she started earlier this year. Most know her for having been John Hill's girlfriend for several months before breaking up. John Hill, of course, is the ex-husband of the very well-known influencer and brand owner Jaclyn Hill. The fiery redhead has already had her fair share of drama within the beauty community. Back in January, Ashlyn and Jaclyn had a very massive Twitter fight. It all started when Jaclyn responded to a question on whether or not she thought it was weird that all of John Hill's new girlfriends seemed to want to start a YouTube channel. Jaclyn did say that she did think it was weird, but she also didn't care. Ashlyn wasn't too pleased with Jaclyn's response and decided to tweet that she thought it was a little weird that Jaclyn decided to sleep with her ex-husband's ex-best friend. Shots were fired back and forth between Ashlyn and Jaclyn, but fortunately the fighting did eventually end. Fast forward to late last week and Ashlyn is back in the drama again, but this time for a very different reason. Ashlyn posted this to her Instagram stories. Seems innocent enough, your typical influencer shilling a product to their followers, but upon closer inspection you can see that this seemingly innocent Instagram story post isn't as innocent as it appears to be. T by Allie, who is very awesome at catching influencers doing shady things, noticed something not on the up and up in Ashlyn's post. She tweeted, "Oh, look who it is, Ashlyn Vanhorn pulling a James Charles, making the text small, the same color as her shirt, and placing it inconspicuously in the bottom right corner over her shirt so you can't see it." If you look closely at the bottom right hand corner, you can see that there is a hashtag ad right at her sleeve, and it's an extremely similar color to her shirt. Now you may be wondering, what's the issue? The issue is the fact that Ashlyn appears to have purposely made the font color of the hashtag ad the same color as her shirt in order to make it less visible, and the reason that this is such a big issue is because not only is it shady as hell, it's also illegal. Randi Savage, a fellow drama channel and once supporter of Ashlyn, saw T by Allie's tweet and then she tweeted, "At Ashlyn Vanhorn, can you do better please? Nobody cares if you do brand deals and get your coin, but we do care when it feels shady and dishonest. Don't be like James and Jaclyn." Randi also sent her a private message. She said, "You're better than this, girl. I'm rooting for you." And then she said, "Wow, now I have people coming at me in DMs for wanting you to do better and not slamming you. I didn't know so many people disliked you. I don't get it. I like you a lot and I love your daughter. I just don't like it when people do ads in a shady way and don't disclose properly." And then Ashlyn responded, "I'm confused, laugh out loud." Randi said, "You made the hashtag ad a color so people can't see it and it comes off kinda shady. Get your coin, just make it viewable." Ashlyn responded, "How is that shady? I've been using that for almost 4 months before I posted." And then Randi said, "The color makes it so you can't easily see it." And then if you look at the bottom of the messages, you can see that it says you can no longer send direct messages to this person. So, this is how Miss Ashlyn treats a supporter just trying to help her out by bringing to her attention an issue that could potentially land her in hot water with the FTC. Randi didn't attack her, she even expressed her support for her and she's blocked for her efforts. Having seen that Randi was blocked, both Kodeerants and Not Another Drama Channel, as well as myself, came to her defense. Kodeerants tweeted, "Hey Ashlyn, my friend Randi wasn't being negative. She was informing you that your hashtag ad was the same color as your sleeve in your IG post. You tried to conceal the ad, which makes you look shady and untrustworthy. Grow up." Not Another Drama Channel tweeted, "Wow, Ashlyn, girl, Randi was trying to help you not look so shady by matching the hashtag ad to the color of your sleeve. Just don't try to hide when something is an ad, it makes you look disingenuous." Ashlyn responded to Not Another Drama Channel in a quote tweet. She said, "If you think I purposely did this, you're crazy. I don't care to hide what I advertise. Stop looking so deep into things. No one's trying to look shady, babe. I am honest and open 24/7. Kisses." Ashlyn deleted the tweet shortly after, and Not Another Drama Channel was blocked. I tweeted a response to Not Another Drama Channel's tweet. I said, "Girl, you're next." Randi didn't deserve to be blocked. You can tell she purposely tried to make it less visible, and Randi was just trying to steer her in the right direction. Some people just don't want to be criticized, even when it's needed. Sad, really. I too was blocked. I said, "She's coming for us all." All I did was stick up for Randi, and I wasn't even rude about it. And she didn't stop with us. Ashlyn also blocked others for trying to explain to her that what she was doing was illegal and dishonest. Sarah tweeted, "All I said was that I had high hopes for her. Cute. This attitude won't get you very far. Just a warning." Shiny Bubble tweeted, "Hey, she blocked a nobody like me just because I said she got caught. I mean, what does she have to hide if she was following FTC guidelines?" Look, us being blocked isn't a big deal, and honestly, none of us even care. The issues are how Ashlyn responded to the constructive criticism, the fact that she refuses to admit her fault, and her unwillingness to issue an apology with a promise to do better in the future. After her blocking spree, Ashlyn took to Twitter to say the following: "People are mad I block them because I don't tolerate negativity. Sorry about it." Unshockingly, her stans did what all stans do and blindly followed her lead, claiming that what she did and continues to do is just fine and that the rest of us are just intimidated by her. Someone tweeted, "Love you, girl. The negativity is because they are intimidated by your energy. Be you and don't apologize." Someone else tweeted, "Block them all. You don't need that kind of negativity. T by Allie's post was dumb. I knew the second I saw it, it was an ad. You could have wrote it across your damn forehead and I wouldn't care because I think you're honest, and if you say a product works, then I believe you." After receiving support from her stans, Ashlyn tweeted, "Thanks guys for loving and supporting me even after people deliberately try and bring me down. Means a lot to me. I'm no longer addressing the negative crap, only the love I get from you guys." Ashlyn also retweeted the following: "I will never understand why it bothers people so much if you do or do not post an ad clearly. You're not forcing anyone to buy anything, and it's up to them on whether or not they want to go with your recommendation at all." She also retweeted, "Always be honest with your followers, but never cater to them. Otherwise, they will always think you owe them something, and sis, we just can't have that." If you think her arrogance and childishness stopped with Twitter, you would be wrong. She also took to her Instagram with this classless IG story. "No longer giving these hating bees the time of day." Someone posted this comment on one of her Instagram pictures defending her, and she liked that comment. "Hi. Also, anyone who watches any influencer's story and still aren't able to comprehend when something is promoted clearly as an ad must not be old enough to even have social media to begin with. You are also very clear and concise with your content and always upfront when it comes with your swipe up ads. People are just crazy, girl." And then someone responded, "It's so funny how they feel influencers should dictate their life to social media for free. Every post should be paid for. It's only right." And if that wasn't enough, Ashlyn also decided to run her mouth off in an Instagram live. I can't post the clip because of music in the background that would surely result in a copyright strike, but I will post a few screenshots. I have to thank Not Another Drama Channel because without her, I wouldn't have these. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. In her live stream, Ashlyn brings up Randi Savage, but she referred to her as some girl. She claims that Randi was being shady towards her for pointing out that what she did was against FTC guidelines. She also said that Randi is jealous of her. Her attitude was honestly cringeworthy. When she said other influencers don't put ads too, I was like, wow, seriously? Newsflash, two wrongs don't make a right. What I found interesting in her live stream is that she admitted that she is new to all of this, and she said, I quote, "I guess I don't think so hard into my posts." Well, obviously that's clear. Look, I understand that she is new to all of this and she's only been doing it for a few months. I completely understand that, but it doesn't change the fact that what she did is against FTC guidelines. The likelihood of her actually having read through the FTC guidelines is probably not high. She's most likely relying on the brands to tell her what to do in order to be FTC compliant, but the issue is that brands may not be as clear about it as they should be, or they could be shady as hell. Take a look at Sunday Riley, for example, faking positive reviews for years, and the FTC just busted them for it. The point is, don't just rely on a company to tell you what's legal and what's not. Do your due diligence and research to cover your own rear end. Clearly, Ashlyn refuses to take a step back and actually look at what she's been doing and how it's not okay. Rather than face the issues and correct it, she'd rather block and ignore. Ashlyn, you can't run away from this forever. It will catch up to you one day. Fortunately, not everyone is so blind, and they too called her out. Someone tweeted, "You don't tolerate helpful criticism. You block due to your ego. What you did was actually illegal. You tried to hide an advertisement stamp in your video. Want to deal with the FTC? Didn't think so. Own your mistake." Someone else tweeted, "The only thing negative about this is going to be your standing with FTC Guidelines and your followers who ask you to disclose properly." What these folks are saying is true. The FTC does not play games, and if they catch wind that she's purposely trying to conceal sponsorships, etc., she can find herself in real legal trouble. Let's take a closer look at the FTC requirements for influencers that work with brands and post to social media. The FTC states, after reviewing numerous Instagram posts by celebrities, athletes, and other influencers, Federal Trade Commission staff recently sent out more than 90 letters reminding influencers and marketers that influencers should clearly and conspicuously disclose their relationships to brands when promoting or endorsing products through social media. The FTC's endorsement guides provide that if there is a material connection between an endorser and an advertiser, in other words, a connection that might affect the weight or credibility that consumers give the endorsement, that connection should be clearly and conspicuously disclosed unless it is already clear from the context of the communication. A material connection could be a business or family relationship, monetary payment, or the gift of a free product. Importantly, the endorsement guides apply to both marketers and endorsers. The letters also noted that when multiple tags, hashtags, or links are used, readers may just skip over them, especially when they appear at the end of a long post, meaning that a disclosure placed in such a string is not likely to be conspicuous. Some of the letters address particular disclosures that are not sufficiently clear, pointing out that many consumers will not understand a disclosure like hashtag SP, thanks, brand, or hashtag partner in an Instagram post to mean that the post is sponsored. The FTC also states, the guides say that disclosures have to be clear and conspicuous. What does that mean? To make a disclosure clear and conspicuous, advertisers should use plain and unambiguous language and make the disclosure stand out. Consumers should be able to notice the disclosure easily. They should not have to look for it. In general, disclosures should be close to the claims to which they relate, in a font that is easy to read, in a shade that stands out against the background, again, in a shade that stands out against the background, for video ads on the screen long enough to be noticed, read, and understood. For audio disclosures, read at a cadence that is easy for consumers to follow and in words consumers will understand. And if that wasn't clear enough, the FTC also stated this. It's similar but worded just a bit differently. How can I make a disclosure on Snapchat or in Instagram stories? You can superimpose a disclosure on Snapchat or Instagram stories just as you can superimpose any other words over the images on those platforms. The disclosure should be easy to notice and read in the time that your followers have to look at the image. In determining whether your disclosure passes muster, factors you should consider include how much time you give your followers to look at the image, how much competing text there is to read, how large the disclosure is, and how well it contrasts against the image. You might want to have a solid background behind the disclosure. Keep in mind that if your post includes video and you include an audio disclosure, many users of those platforms watch videos without sound, so they won't hear an audio-only disclosure. Obviously, other general disclosure guidance would also apply. Clearly, the Instagram story she posted where the hashtag ad was darn near the same color as her shirt is in clear violation of FTC guidelines. It is not clearly visible, and you have to actively look for it in order to see it. If you weren't looking for it, you wouldn't have seen it in the amount of time before it switched to the next post. It should have been bold, it should have been bright, and it should have been right where everyone could see it immediately. Some may say, but it was just one post, no big deal. Wrong. Ashlyn also posted this image. Randi Savage and I both caught this, and we both noticed that she didn't even bother to put the hashtag ad like she should have. Randi tweeted, "Not to mention, Ashlyn didn't even bother to do a shady disclose in this story. Like WTF. Do shady crap, you're gonna get called out for being shady. Now, does Ashlyn actually have to use the hashtag ad when doing Instagram posts or even an Instagram story? No, not necessarily. If she doesn't want to use the hashtag ad, then she needs to use other verbiage to make it 100% clear that she is either getting paid by the brand or she's getting free products from the brand. The FTC says it has to be clear. You can't just assume that people know that you are getting paid or getting free products for promoting a brand. So, what could happen to Ashlyn if she keeps breaking FTC guidelines? In an article posted on September 12, 2017, they state that the FTC is beginning to crack down on influencers who violate FTC guidelines. I will be sure to post a link to the article down below. The FTC website states, if your advertisements don't comply with the law, you could face enforcement actions or civil lawsuits. For advertisers under the FTC's jurisdiction, that could mean orders to cease and desist with fines up to $42,530 per violation should they occur. Injunctions by federal district courts. Violations of some commission rules also could result in civil penalties of up to $40,654 per violation. Violations of court orders could result in civil or criminal contempt proceedings. In some instances, refunds to consumers for actual damages in civil lawsuits. Am I saying that Ashlyn is going to get busted for this? No, I'm just pointing out that it's important to understand what could happen. The law is something that shouldn't be taken lightly, and Ashlyn needs to understand that. If anything, they will most likely just come after the brands because the brands are supposed to be keeping an eye on these influencers, making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Now, if an influencer is repeatedly breaking FTC guidelines and the FTC knows about it and they've told them to stop, then, well, yeah, eventually I guess they could come after them. If anyone is interested in reading the FTC guidelines, I will post links to the FTC website down below. They also have this handy, the FTC's endorsement guides, what people are asking section. It answers a lot of questions. I highly suggest you guys check it out. And now it's time for my 2 cents. I believe that Ashlyn made a mistake, a simple mistake. I don't think that she's taken the time to review the FTC guidelines for herself, as I stated before, and that she is strictly relying on the brands to tell her what she needs to be doing. And I'm sure it's that way with a lot of the influencers. How she responded to the constructive criticism is what I have an issue with. I don't care that she made a mistake. Mistakes happen. Everyone does it. Now, could Randi have messaged her privately first? Sure, but she didn't, and honestly, it shouldn't matter either way. Randi wasn't rude. She was just trying to help. She could have come for her, but she didn't because she supported Ashlyn. Ashlyn needs to get out of her own feelings, step back, and actually look at the situation. If she can't take constructive criticism and continues to block everyone, she's going to have a hard time making it on YouTube. Like it or not, and whether people do it too or not, doesn't change the fact that what she did was against FTC guidelines. I think that brands need to do a much better job at making sure that the influencers they work with are disclosing properly. And if they don't, then the FTC needs to hold not only the influencer accountable, but also more so the brands. I hope that eventually Ashlyn can learn from this, and I hope that she takes the time to read over the FTC guidelines. If she's watching, I posted a link to them down below as I stated before. As Randi has said, I hope that she does better and realizes that we were only trying to help her. I wish her nothing but the best, and I hope she continues on to have a long and successful career. So what do you guys think on this situation? Do you think that Ashlyn was taking it way too personally, or do you think that Randi and the rest of us were just being a little too harsh? Let me know in the comments down below. Before we go, I also wanted to let you guys know that Not Another Drama channel is also going to be covering this situation. Be sure to keep an eye out for her video. She's very good. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Remember, if you are new here and you enjoy these types of videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Everyone give this video a big thumbs up. Have a happy Halloween tomorrow, and I will see you very shortly on the next one. Bye!